Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Truly Bedrock with me, Mr. Beardstone. We're currently in the basement of our sort of one chunk starter base area, and I've been doing a little bit of work in between episodes. So we kind of got distracted last episode when we went and met up with Killer and did lots of work on the western area. But after that, I did actually come back eventually and do what I said I was going to do, and I've added in my pumpkin farm. So it has started producing a little bit, and it is just as inefficient as the pumpkin farm, sorry. So we've got melons and pumpkins going now, which is pretty good, and I'm really liking the way that this structure's starting to sort of step up as it goes round up the big sort of hollow area we've got here. But today, we're going to be leaving this area. So last episode we were talking about how we were going to show you where our sort of main base area is going to be and what we're going to be up to there. And yep, we didn't get to do that either. So this episode what we're going to be doing is heading there straight away, and we're not going to get distracted this time. Minecraft has a habit of doing that. So as we look over our vast lands and what will be our future kingdom, you may be wondering what plans I actually have for the area. None, really, at the moment. I just thought it looked really pretty, and actually I quite like that rock formation behind me as well, but we'll ignore that for now. We won't get distracted too early on. I think initially what we'll probably do is focus on the village down here. I've never converted a Minecraft village before, and I think that'd be quite a fun one to do. It is one of the spruce villages. The first step will probably be actually to clear back the spruce and push it back a little bit, because I don't want it in the forest as such. I do want to turn it into a fortified village and have our villagers over there as well. Once we've got that done, I imagine I'm probably going to be stretching the village a bit further up the mountain here, and we're going to do something up here. I've got a couple of rough ideas of some things I want to do in this area, but I'm not ready to reveal those plans just yet. I need to work on them a bit more and figure out a little bit more about, exactly what I'm going to do. And you may notice there's a small entrance down there as well, and that's actually where I've set up my mine shaft, and that is also where our zombie spawner drowned farm is. So we need to turn this into a proper sort of mine entrance and do some fun things with that as well. And then we've just got a vast area to work with, so anything could happen really. Anything at all. The sun's gone down, so I'm going to see if I can find a bed to sleep in, although I'm getting horrific flashbacks of last time I was in here. Hey, look, there's still a villager. I should probably actually lock him in this building to keep him safe from all the bad things that are around. Yeah, let's, Oh, no, I don't want to trade with you. I want to get out. Let me out. Let me out. That's it. That's it. And then we'll just quickly make sure that you can't get out. There we go. Good stuff. And yeah, I believe we've got another villager in this building as well, so should have enough to work with, hopefully, maybe. It looks like I'm also going to have to flatten out some of this terrain. It's a little bit too hilly, I think, to work with this particular village. A lot of the buildings here have already got some fairly decent structure to work with, so I'm going to see how much I can sort of keep of the original buildings as we go along. But first things first, I need to get lots and lots of wood and stone and things like that. And then I'm going to put a wall around this place and try and make it a little bit safer. Looks like there's a few mobs I need to clear out as well. That took a lot longer than the time-lapse made it look. And you know what the funny thing is? This isn't even part of the wall. This is just where I was basically experimenting and trying to come up with a design, and this is what I sort of decided on for the wall. But when I started putting it up, these bits here and these holes, although I liked the fact that it was quite run down, it made it look too bitty, really, too busy. What I did as a result was to pull back on that, and this is the wall as it stands. So this actually goes pretty much all the way round now. The only bit I've left open is here at the entrance to the dock, where I'm going to sort of fiddle with it, put a bridge across, and as a result, I don't even have an entrance yet. But that is what I'm going to put here. So we're going to work on this bit. We're going to put in a sort of kind of a guard tower type thing, and I've actually built the side of this house into the wall as well, which I think works really well, because I do quite like the style of that house. I think just with a few additions, that could actually look really nice and act as kind of a guard house for the town. Next up though, we've got a very empty village now. We've got rid of the trees, we've flattened out the land a little bit to make it more usable, and we're going to start working with these houses. We are going to build lots of custom trees around here. We're going to put lots of custom trees on the outside of the wall as well, and we also need to finish the inside of the wall on the back end there as well. So I think first things first, I'm going to pick one of these houses. So my villagers are in there, and we do need to start breeding those guys up, but I think I'm going to have a play around with this one and, you know, just see what we can do to convert it. It hasn't gone particularly well. I tried a few things, I didn't really like it. And yeah, it didn't pan out. With that in mind, I've been looking at the rest of these buildings, and you know what? I'm kind of thinking they're probably not going to pan out that well either. So I've gone and got a box out of my shulker chest. So this is a box that I'm not supposed to open without, you know, some kind of supervision. It's the dangerous stuff box, but it does have some TNT in it and some redstone. And I'm sure we can make some buttons or something, right? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I might see if there's anyone else online that's better equipped to deal with this situation and is less likely to explode themselves.
Well, I will admit that I'm probably not the best person to be giving supervision, but, you know, if the small print doesn't suggest or stipulate who should be said supervision giver, then I'm all in.
Well, I mean, that sounds good to me. I was just told to use it with supervision, so...
Yeah, well, I'll happily watch and even take part, if that's what's...
quite possibly, yeah. I mean, my basic thinking is, I've got some TNT in there. I've got quite a lot of TNT in there.
Yeah.
Probably more than we need. But yes. I'm thinking just,
Cobble's
you know...
quite tough to blast, though, to be fair. You know,
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking if we put, you know, just a few in each building, roughly in the middle, right?
Yeah, like 10.
Yeah, exactly, just a few, and then link them up with some redstone.
Yeah,
and then just whoop.
Wow, a synchronized house demolishment.
Basically, yeah.
I'm in. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, you up for that?
Yeah, I'm going to put my ender chest down over here, and I'm going to also fetch out my redstone boxes and see if I've got anything I can help with this ordeal.
Well, the one thing I didn't bring, which is quite vital, is some form of lever or button. That is probably the easiest thing to craft. Oh, look, you didn't.
Lever or button. I think I could just about manage a lever or button.
That's more TNT as well.
Choices here. I've got I've got 18 levers. Yeah. I've got 3 stone buttons. Ooh. I've got 1 oak button, and I also have some tripwire hooks if you were feeling like, you know, getting a little bit technical.
Oh, we could do something interesting to blow up the village. I do have a couple of villagers in a box over there. We could maybe trick them into blowing up their own village.
Yes, making them trip over.
Exactly.
Said tripwire hook. Yes, now we're on the same level of thinking, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've got string, I've got tripwire hooks, I've got some redstone. We can make this happen. Dreams become reality today. So if I was to put the tripwire, let's say, across these 3 bits here.
Yep.
Yeah, we got this.
Yep,
no
that'll
problem.
do it. That'd be amazing. I'm going to start laying some TNT. So most of the houses should be empty of inhabitants. I mean,
I'm assuming if they're not, they've had fair warning, right? You've written to them, you've given them a week's notice. They know the drill, and you know if it's their fault if they're still there, right?
Yes, something like that. I mean, that's kind of. I basically just trapped the remaining villagers in a boat and forcibly removed them from their premises.
That sounds like exactly the same thing to me. Reasonable. You know, it's your village at the end of the day. I don't know, you know, these villagers thinking that they're like inhabitants doesn't mean they own it, right?
No, exactly. They're just temporary visitors, basically.
Yeah, temporary visitors that have lived there all their lives and grew up here.
Yeah, exactly. And there were definitely more here when I first arrived. Oh, there is one house we're keeping. Yeah, that one.
This one with all of the stuff in the chest. Yeah, I'm going to take the TNT back out of here.
Yeah. I should have probably said there is one in particular that we're not planning on demolishing. That would be that one. Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So I've put TNT in all of them. I've sort of put it up on these shelves up here.
Just before we get carried away, thought,
Yeah.
you know, you asked for supervision. You're quite clearly a little bit eager with this whole thing. Now,
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Oh.
But I don't know if it's the wrong side of encouragement for you.
Okay, go on. I'm intrigued.
Right. Well, basically, hang on a minute. Where's it all gone? There it is. I can just make loads more TNT, basically,
Well,
and possibly some end crystals as well.
well, that's the. I'm wondering if that might be overkill if we did that, because I'm well aware that obviously you do have access to a creeper farm, therefore, you know, TNT is hardly going to be a problem for you. But
Yeah.
my aim is not, if possible, I'm aware there might be some damage, but I'm trying not to blow holes in the wall if I can help it.
Right. Okay. So overboard is probably a little bit less is more with this. Okay. Well, let's forget the end crystals then.
Yeah. Maybe not the end crystals. Yeah, I think the TNT will probably do it. I mean, we've laid a fair amount of TNT. I mean, how's it looking in these? Have we?
The what I did is got a reasonable amount in. See, I think you've been quite. I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure which one of us needs this the supervision. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't put one in the middle of each of these floors yet, because that's the one that we're going to redstone to, right? So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that, but yeah, I kind of get the feeling that one of us has definitely put down more TNT than the other, but we can see call it science, right? We're just
science. Yeah, well, we'll see which one's got the bigger explosion. You would expect it to be the one that's got more TNT in, right? But you never know.
Yeah, there's always a but.
I don't know why I'm going over here.
We're going to need to put in some repeaters, aren't we? This is going to go okay, right?
Yeah, sure. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh no. I really wish you hadn't said that.
It's my catchphrase. How could I not say it? And nothing ever goes wrong for me.
Oh, that is true. Everything is always, you know, smooth as anything, yeah.
Whenever have you heard me saying "oops" or "oh dear" or "oh, well, that's not supposed to happen"? You know?
I don't think I've ever heard that from you, actually, Foxy.
No, exactly.
Not even once.
No, I don't think I've ever said it. Do you have any earplugs? You know, safety first and all that. Probably some safety goggles.
I was considering just using distance, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. One of us is going to have to let the villagers out.
Yeah, I was about to say we need to free the villagers. So
well, it's your village. You get yourself in a position that you like the position of.
Right.
And I'll release the villagers on your say. I'm putting the redstone lane back. Now all I got to do is get them out of their boat and coax them to the exit. Okay?
Yep.
How hard could it be?
Oh god. Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous.
One of the villagers is dead.
Oh, what? How did that happen?
The boat hitbox.
Yeah. So now I've got to try and breed with one villager. Is that what you're telling me? We haven't even done the explosion yet. On the list of things that could have possibly gone wrong. Of the things that could have possibly gone wrong, I wasn't expecting that one. Just murder.
I only hit him twice.
Foxy, I know you're trying to coax him out, but you realise where you're standing.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought maybe I could lure him with my good looks. Here's the other villager. Welcome.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
There we go. Yay! He came out.
Oh my god, there goes my wall. It didn't all go off.
What happened to this one?
I don't know. We've definitely removed the houses, so the system works.
Yes. Yeah, 2 houses completely demolished, apart from a few spare blocks. But this one, quite clearly doesn't have the TNT linked up all the way. Don't worry, I've got a plan.
Okay.
I need to steal a little bit of this redstone dust.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm going to pretend to be a villager, and you're good at editing. You just, editing it as if it...
Yeah. Yeah.
Go in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go inside here. I'm the other villager.
I won't tell anyone.
Oh, I'm a villager. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was cheeky. That was not... Oh, the last one still hasn't gone off. What's up with this one?
There was some in here we didn't even leave.
Shh. Yeah, what? We are the best at this. This is incredible.
I see. We double checked each other's redstone, didn't we?
Definitely. Yeah.
That's where it all went wrong.
Yeah, I've definitely got a little bit more landscaping to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can be a villager all over again. There you go. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, I think we have further problems. I'll tell you what. There is another method. How good are you at running?
I've been known to do it.
Not on a run.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
there we go.
That was a poor demolition, like that last one, but I'd say overall, big success. I can certainly just get rid of the last few bits of this and do a bit of landscaping. Job done.
I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done. I'm sure it'll be an absolute masterpiece, knowing you. So yeah, good luck.
Well, we'll see. Come back in like, oh god, there's a lot of mess here. Come back in a while.
You got this. You're fine.
Cheers, man. That went exactly as planned. Pretty much. Kinda. Okay. It was maybe a little bit more explosive than we intended. But on the plus side, we now have a clear village. We've filled in the craters, and we also discovered a cave system below there, and we found a couple of spawners. So I think there's a spider spawner pretty much underneath this bit here on this corner. And there's a zombie spawner quite low down, which is, I think it actually ended up being just out there a bit by the time I followed the caves around. So, we're probably not going to do anything with them, but it's nice to know they exist. We might do something with the spider one. That one was a bit closer to the surface, but yeah, we'll see. For now, however, we have a nice blank canvas here to work with. So, I think our next step is going to be to work out roughly where we want to put the buildings that we need to place here. So we're going to build one of each workstation for the villagers and work out exactly what buildings we need, because the plan is to put the villagers in their own building that's themed specifically to them. So, the librarians will be in a library, the cartographers will be in a cartography place. Don't know the technical term for that, but we did obviously have an incident, and now we only have one villager. We rediscovered him wandering the fields over there, but we lost one because Foxy murdered him with an axe. I'm going to get to work doing some city planning, and I will meet up with you guys shortly once I've got a rough layout for what we're actually going to do with this place. It's looking very flat at the moment as well, so we're probably going to do some more sort of terrain stuff and move the wall around a bit and so on. We've basically just created a blank canvas now, really. This is definitely no longer a village conversion. It's a short while later, and I think we have a layout that I'm happy with. So what I did was I created just a sign in the end, because it was quicker than doing workstations, to be perfectly honest. So I just created signs for all the different sort of buildings that we're going to need. Some of them have got more than one trade inside them, or associated with them, I should say. And yeah, I mean, this is probably going to change as we start adding buildings, because inevitably some are going to end up either slightly bigger or smaller than what I originally intend, probably mostly bigger. But overall, I think this is going to work quite well. So we've got a smithy here first as you come in with the blast furnace and grindstone. So this is going to be more of the sort of armor and weaponsmith. And we've got a library on this side, which is also going to have the cartographers in. We're going to have butchers and farmers over here in sort of a market-style building. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this as an outdoor market or as a building kind of semi-covered type thing. I really don't know. We'll see what happens over there. We've also got an archery range over here where the Fletchers are going to live, and we'll have like a nice little shooting range out the back here. This whole area here is going to be a dock, but we are going to put a building somewhere, possibly here or somewhere else, but either way, this left as a reminder for our fishermen. Further around this way, we've got our mason, we're going to have a church at the back there, we're going to have our clerics here in a potion shop, we've also got a tailors, we've got a toolsmiths, and we've got a leather worker, and I think that covers just about all the villager trades. Most of these are only going to need 1 or 2 villagers in them because we're not really going to be trading too much with them, but we'll add a bit of life to the buildings. The main one, obviously, will be over here, the librarians, because we would rather not have to buy our books if we can help it, and of course the farmers for getting those tasty, tasty emeralds. And I'm afraid that is going to be all for today, folks. We've made some good progress over here. We certainly didn't convert a village, but we certainly did destroy one. And next episode, hopefully we'll be able to get a bit more work done on this. I really don't know, though. This server's been absolutely mad lately. So, yeah, all our plans tend to change. They tend to change quite a lot, and flying in this view is really quite difficult. I thought I'd give it a go, and yeah, I'm not so sure. Bye-bye now. I blame you for me having to do this, Foxy. Ooh, a dolphin. No, no, no. Oh, for the love of...